Let's get into this.
I always keep one leg out.
Yeah, that's what I do.
If I'm too far in, like,
too close.
I feel like I'm a little bitch. Like, oh, we're just gonna cuddle up in here. What's going on, everybody? Today's episode, there's been a lot of talk about YouTube shadow banning, aka limiting the content for ATF, alcohol, tobacco, and firearms. We're gonna talk about it coming up next on the Burndown. What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of the Burndown.
Yeah.
I'm Justin, aka the Dapper Cigar. This gentleman right here.
I am Eric, aka Brother Cigar.
Eric.
What's going on, Slick Rick?
So if you're new to this channel, please hit the like button, please hit the subscribe button, and please hit the bell to be notified for every single time we drop a new video. We have new episodes every single Friday, other videos throughout the week. If you're not familiar yet, we have a website.
Mm-hmm.
It's called burndownpodcast.com.
Mm-hmm.
And there's a membership to that website.
Yes, there is.
It's $5 a month. You get exclusive discounts to 5 partnering stores. That's Revive Vinyl, Kansas Clean Distilled Whiskey, Nova Cigars, cigarpipes.com, and Unicorn Hunters Club. But you also get entered into a monthly giveaway. We give away cigars, spirits, accessories, and more. $5 a month, burndownpodcast.com. Bang, there's the call to action.
And maybe by the time this episode comes out, you might be able to get our cigar on our website.
Yes.
So,
by the time we're filming it, we're actually supposed to get the cigars tomorrow.
yes. And we have to just get it live on the website and where someone can store it. And so hopefully that will take less than a week because we have some people lined up.
We do. We got a lot of people. I think it's been, I estimate it at over 50, the amount of DMs from the time that we kind of announced to the public that we have our cigar coming to now we've gotten well over 50 people saying, as soon as it's out, I want to buy some. As soon as it's out, I'm going to buy a box. Let me know. I'll stock it here. I'll stock it there. So,
yeah, this episode will probably be out in maybe the end of June. So
we'll definitely have it out by then.
So yeah, we'll have it by that time. So yeah, you can get our cigar on the website. So good luck.
So as people know with the cigar, and we're actually gonna have another launch episode, but we technically cannot sell it directly to consumers.
Yeah,
right? Because you need a tobacco license to do that, and we didn't go that route. So we do B2B stuff. So we'll have a link on the website, which, like Eric said, at this time, you should be able to go on the website and go get cigar. But it'll link to our partnering store that you can pick it up. A partnering store where you can it'll redirect you and you can buy it from them, and it's the same shit. So that's that. So today's episode.
Hey, man, you know, the internets, the social medias.
The internets.
You know, for the longest time, we've been seeing, specifically, at least in our world, cigar content. I know they have alcohol content and firearm content out there too as well, I guess limited. But at least in our realm, our world, cigars.
Tobacco.
The
T in the ATF.
It's getting banned. It's getting shadow banned. People aren't getting it out as much. The retention or the outreach is limited. And you get flagged all the time, especially on TikTok, Instagram. Now YouTube seems to be the head honcho over here. Because the big story in the news has already been talked about by the time this episode comes out. But I forgot his name from Cigar Obsession on YouTube. He had one of the biggest cigar YouTube channels out there. He started like 10 years ago. I think he had like over 150,000 subscribers.
I think he was pushing 175.
Notorious for his cigar reviews. And he was getting, I'm assuming he was making somewhat of a decent pretty penny on there from everything that he was making. And then YouTube just kept stopping him, shutting him down,
He put a video out, not recently, but maybe a year ago, where I think they gave him his first strike. Maybe it was when they gave him his first strike. I don't know how long ago it was. Yeah. I wasn't following up, but I remember seeing the video when they gave him the first strike and they basically like shut you down for
like a week or something,
a temporary amount of time. He made a video when he came back saying, listen, YouTube, you're really messing with people's livelihoods here, because if this is their sole stream of income, and if you're a YouTuber and you have 150, 175, 200,000 subscribers, you're probably making a livable income, or at least it's a big contributor to your monthly income to get shut down for a week like that and you don't make anything, that's like me saying, hey, guess what? You can't work this week. You're done.
No paid leave for a week.
Nope, you have no choice. You can't work. Your money's gone for a week. You're like, oh, I mean, granted, there's savings and stuff, but that hurts. That could hurt some people.
No doubt.
I remember he was very frustrated with that. But before we get too deep into this, because we can just keep going, let's light up a cigar and pour a drink. So the cigar that I'm smoking today is courtesy of Unicorn Hunters Club.
Boom.
This is the La Palina Red Label Sun-Grown, and I believe it is the Toro. Yes, it's the Toro.
That's a good cigar.
You had it. You told me you had it the other day.
I did. Well, no, I had a different one, but yeah, I've had that one previously.
Feels good.
As well.
Feels good. It's kind of like the label is not. It's like a matte finish label.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? I don't know if you noticed, but like the secondary band, it's a matte finish.
Yeah.
It's not quite, shiny and vibrant, which I don't mind because it matches the color of the cigar. And anyway, so we're gonna light this up, and then we're drinking something actually that I got Eric for not for your birthday,
for Christmas.
For Christmas, I got that for Christmas.
Yeah. So what I'm smoking, it's an experiment. So I have about 5 or 6 left of hand-rolled cigars from my wedding that I still have. But while I was reorganizing my humidor one day, this cigar fell out and it busted. So as you could see, I mean, it's busted.
Oh, I think it's that's toe up from the flow up.
No, it's turned up. So I didn't have the heart of throwing it away because I'm like, man,
that's memorabilia. That's
your
your
cigar.
Yeah.
So I wanted to try and at least smoke it before I gave it to Ken. So we're gonna try and smoke this bad boy. It's a little tore up here, but on the foot, I mean, it's definitely beat up.
Well, after you get the first inch in,
I figured
because how many cigars have you smoked with the unfinished foot?
Yeah.
Right? It's the same thing. Was that the cigar that I had in my mouth during my walkout? I think I had one of those cigars.
Maybe you did. I'm not sure.
I remember that.
I know you had a cigar in your mouth.
I had to. I'm like, listen, the cigar guy, how you not going to walk out? Fuck.
Yeah,
you know how badly I wanted to light it up, man?
I wish you did.
I wanted to so bad.
And we're drinking Brothers Bond Straight Bourbon Whiskey. Distilled and crafted in the tradition of all great bourbon. I've heard good things about this. I know Cigar Bossman, or Sean, a.k.a. Cigar Bossman on Instagram. This is his favorite go-to bourbon, he told me.
That's his favorite?
His go-to bourbon? It's always in his pictures. And I asked him about it. He goes, yeah, I love this bourbon.
That's funny because when I bought that, I did not know that. I did not know how good the bourbon was. It looked like a good bottle. It sounded like a good bottle. But the name Brothers Bond, I'm like,
yeah,
well, shit. I go, this is fitting right here. So I had no idea. But that's funny that we found out that it is a good bourbon.
It is.
We're going to taste it right here, and it's one of our fellow past guests.
BDP guests, absolutely.
Good friend of ours. It's his favorite. And that's a 2021 bottle, apparently.
Yeah, I wrote it down.
Oh, okay, you did.
Got it. So, yeah, this is a fresh, cracked seal.
You need something for it? Here, you can use this. You can use this thing.
I'm trying to get this guy's name from Cigar Obsession. I forgot his name, but I can't seem to get his name on YouTube. But it should be good. But yeah, because I saw it when you gave it to me. It was in my office. I had it at my desk, and then one day I started seeing Cigar Bossman start posting about it, and I'm like, oh snap! So I asked him, and he's like, yeah, man. He's like, I love this bourbon. He goes, this is like my go-to. I drink this all the time. And
so if he likes it,
it's got to be good.
And he likes to refer to it as some liquid lead. Oh, thanks.
So let's try it. Let's pour it out. Give it a little.
Get yourself there first. That's your bottle. Get yourself first.
Sometimes when you smell bourbon, it's a little harsh on the nose. This smells kind of sweet. Take a whiff of that.
Well,
smells good.
It does smell pretty good.
Right.
Yeah, pour yourself out first. It's your bourbon. Yeah, give me a good one. Give me a good pour. Give me a 3-finger pour there.
It's a man pour.
That's a finger and a half. But that's
Is it? You want a 3-finger pour?
I'll give you a 2-finger pour.
My man be drinking.
I don't have to drive it, dude. Listen, my bachelor party is this weekend.
Yes, it is.
And I told you when I was at Kentucky Derby, I polished off a bottle of Angel's Envy because I brought it when I was thinking, whoever wants it, like this is my favorite. You guys want bourbon? There was a couple people that had a couple sips of it, a glass or two of it. I said, listen, this is my bourbon. This is what I like to drink, so I'm bringing it. I brought a bottle.
Huh.
And I was the only person drinking it. And I brought back like a little splash of it. I was like, okay. I didn't realize, you're having a glass here, glass. You're there for a weekend. Next thing you know, I'm looking at the bottle. Holy shit, bottle's gone. But anyway, so.
Cheers, my friend.
Salud.
Cheers to your bachelor party. Cheers to us. Interesting. Not very harsh. Usually you gotta, as Bill Bender told us on the podcast, you really don't judge a drink by the first sip,
Whoa. Because how many times, you need one?
I got do I have butane in here?
Sometimes I find if you do a slow like it works, but I use that. What's interesting is, how many times you always say you get the first one out the way. Yeah. Which is another reason why I love Angel's Envy so much. I love Eagle Rare so much. It's just bang. You don't even need to get the first one out the way. Some of the other ones that have a little bit more alcohol bite to them, a little bit more burn. Get the first one out the way, and then you're okay. But this one's not like that. This one, that first one was creamy. It was smooth. Didn't really have a burn to it. A little sweet. It definitely had a little sweetness.
All right, we're gonna rock with this cigar.
There is. This is good. This is good. Sean, Cigar Boss Man, I understand why this is your favorite, because this is. Now I'm glad. Now I want it. Now I want a fourth. I want you to fill it to the top. It's nice, right? There's no bite. It sits in the back a little bit. It's not a bitter bite that sits in the back.
All right, Brothers Bond, shout out.
And it's kind of what's the word? Like oily in your mouth when you sit it.
Yeah, that's a good word. Oily. That's definitely what I'm getting.
Because you feel it coating your mouth.
That's a great way of putting it. It's coating your mouth. It definitely feels oily or tastes oily. That's interesting.
Almost like a chewiness afterwards. It's the same thing like what you get from a can of Coke or from red wine, where you kind of feel it like coating your mouth.
Yep.
You have to like lick your teeth. Yeah, I get the same thing. Anyway, all right. So the internets.
So, we've talked about this before on the podcast plenty of times. Social media, the internet doesn't favor
ATF.
ATF, but we're going to specifically just talk about tobacco cigars.
So people who don't know, ATF is alcohol, tobacco, and firearms.
Yeah.
So obviously anything pertaining to one of those three is like masturbating on an airplane.
Yeah.
Frowned upon.
Yeah. No doubt. No doubt.
Thanks, Bin Laden.
But, and we've made the examples of plenty of times. We're just posting a video of us smoking a cigar, having a good time. But, what goes viral is a 16-year-old girl shaking her ass to a dancing trend, and that's okay, right?
Or how many music videos do you see of people smoking weed and looting the streets, jumping on cop cars, right? Doing some...
It's all stupid.
I would say... What's the word? Doing some outlandish...
gestures?
Yeah. Doing some uncomfortable gestures. Let's say that. And that goes, 10 billion views on YouTube, right? But
it doesn't make sense. It's just like everything else in this world. There's things that make sense and there's things that don't make sense. And unfortunately, we're on the side of the spectrum where it doesn't make sense because, tobacco, specifically cigars, has always got a bad rap.
Always.
And now,
from people that don't understand it.
From people that don't understand it, especially. But now we have guys like My Cigar Obsession, who's probably not the biggest. If he's not the biggest.
I think he's up there. Cigars Daily is up there.
He's definitely up there. He bypasses Cigars Daily.
I know, but I'm saying when you're talking about cigar channels that are over 100K, there's very few. Cigar Obsession's up there. Cigars Daily is over 100K.
Are they?
Cigars Daily?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, shit. I didn't even realize they were up. I knew they were a lot. I didn't realize they were over 100.
And then a few others might be...
Let me see here.
Might be up there.
Oh, yeah. You're right. Cigars Daily, 149. Shit.
Yeah. See, so they're up there. And they actually just posted a thing about it, too.
Yeah, well, that's what got me thinking about it, because I saw Cigars Daily. I saw Cigar Titans posting about it. So, and again, we've talked about it plenty of times. Like when we first started TikTok, originally, we kept getting like not
shadow banned.
Not banned, but like
you would get shadow banned. Yeah.
No, like the video would say, "Oh, this goes against community guidelines," and it's literally just me looking at my watch, smoking a cigar, and then you have to appeal it, and then they're like, "All right, it's not so bad actually," and then it goes back on. But like our YouTube channel, we haven't really seen, and I always try to make the case like, we smoke a cigar, we have cigar related videos, but we're a podcast first, right? So we're kind of like I feel like in a little bit of a gray area where it's like back and forth.
Yeah, you're right. I agree. I agree with you. I think that we are a podcast first that brings people together over something that connects them, which happens to be cigar, happens to be tobacco. That's what connects them, and that's what we bring people together over. We are not pushing, like we do post a couple cigar reviews, but our thing is not all about every single day we're going to talk about the cigar. Yeah. We're going to say, hey, this is a good cigar. Go smoke the cigar. Go smoke. That's not, yes, we have our own cigar, which we would obviously push, but we're never going to, if you don't want to buy it, then don't fucking buy it, But I think...
we can't put the link.
I know, you can't put the link either way. So I say yes, we are a podcast first that brings people together over a cigar. However, if you try to step into YouTube's shoes, if I'm YouTube and I see a channel and every video they post they're smoking a cigar, I'm going to label it as a tobacco channel.
Yeah, but what about
granted, it is what it is.
Like Cam Newton, doesn't Cam Newton have a podcast?
But this is my point. Is there's certain, I feel like when you get into the upper echelon of people, there are no rules. Everything goes. Okay, because how many, like for instance, if you have Mr. Beast, if Mr. Beast put out a video of him smoking cigars, are you gonna ban his channel?
Yeah.
No,
it just goes like anything else.
He's got 250 million subscribers. Are you going to ban it? No. Okay. Michael Jordan. How many friggin' Last Dance clips are there with Michael Jordan smoking? The whole episode, the whole show, he smoked a cigar. Yeah, totally fine.
Sip and smoke.
But that's my point. Is
just like today. It's always the people who have all the money, the people who have all the power. Those are the people that always will be. I got no problem.
I mean, shit. Let's look up Cigar Aficionado. Do they have a channel?
Yeah.
Because didn't they post the one about Cigar Aficionado? They posted the one with Arnold, right? Let's see. Cigar Aficionado has a channel. They're about 100K, 97.5.
Okay.
And they're still posting. And who posted the one of Arnold and tequila? Arnold Schwarzenegger cigar.
I don't know.
Cigar Aficionado. They posted 7 months ago, Arnold Schwarzenegger combines tequila with a cigar, and it got 1.2 million views. They posted, and it's him and it's him telling you how to smoke a cigar, and how he dips in tequila and he rubs it. So he's showing you like how you're supposed. It's kind of promoting on, hey, you should try this. Whereas on any episode, we've never said like, hey, you should do this on. So we're just telling you this is what I'm smoking today. So when you have, and here's another one. This is the Tonight Show. Jimmy broke all the Arnold Schwarzenegger cigar rules, and that's got 5.7 million. And these have cigar in the title.
Yeah.
In the title.
We're never going to be able to figure it out.
So, I mean, and there's another one. Arnold Schwarzenegger smoking cigars like a boss from a channel called Snooper. 1.6 million views.
Snooper, give me a break.
That was 2 years ago. So let me see if there's anything, any big ones that are most recently, right?
Yeah, look, Sip and Smoke with Cam Newton. Updated 11 months ago, 171,000. Another one, 258,000, 458,000. Steve Harvey drops gems on Cam's Sip and Smoke. 202,000. 2 Chainz on Sip and Smoke. 428,000.
Yeah, so I'm doing like, I wanted to see stuff that was posted recently. I mean, Gents Lounge did one. They have a big video up there. Shout out to George Laboda of Gents Lounge. He has one up here where he was talking with Puro Trader, and they did 1.4 million. But JR Cigars isn't the one that's up there. This guy, Kirby Allison. Kirby Allison did, he's got how to smoke a cigar. He's got 337,000 subscribers. Yeah. This guy, Kirby Allison. I think he's a gentleman's. He's got quality, craftsmanship, tradition. He started in 2007. Hi, I'm Kirby Allison. Welcome to our channel.
Have we ever...
Well-dressed gentleman. He talks about gentleman stuff, and he's got a whole cigar playlist. and he's got a cigar up there. How to smoke a cigar, and it's got 2.3 million views.
I don't get it. Have we ever got any strikes on our YouTube channel?
No, we're not.
Okay.
Knock on wood.
All right, cool. So no strikes on our YouTube channel, but that's why there's other platforms that's starting to come out. You know, like Pravada has Cigar Public, and that is for nothing Pravada related. That is just for straight up cigar community. Post anything that you want cigar related, whether it's a video, whether it's picture, whether you want to talk about it. You know, you just nothing about selling or promoting, right? Promoting cigars. It's just about being around a community where you don't have to worry about putting out something.
Well, there's also another. There's another platform. I know there's a few platforms that come out.
But you can go so the guy from My Cigar Obsession went to Rumble, I think it's called.
Yes, that's what I was getting at. There's one called Alternative. There's
Rumble, and that's another spot where. You know, there's no guidelines based. I shouldn't say no guidelines, but if you're ATF, and a lot of people go there, they're like, I'm going to Rumble, or like on My Cigar Obsession, he goes, we're on Instagram now, and what does he say?
So there's a few that there's like Twitch, there's Metacafe, Dailymotion, Vivo, DTube. I don't know what any of these things are, but I'm saying that there are other platforms coming out. Here's top 12 online video platforms. Like YouTube in 2022.
But it's just BS because whatever, Facebook, YouTube, they have people that are dedicated to monitoring what they put out there, and they're the judge that says this is be able to monetize or this is not able to monetize, which doesn't really make sense for our case because, like, for example, on our channel there's certain videos that are majority of the videos are monetized. And then there's a good portion that's not monetized. But it doesn't seem like there's any rhyme or reason.
Right. It's just because we had one video we put out, Jay London, the interview with Jay London.
Yeah.
Part 1 was monetized, part 2 not monetized.
Yes. Which doesn't make sense.
And it's the same exact title, same exact description. It's just 2 different parts.
And we have like some cigar related videos that it's like, you know, how to XYZ, and that's not monetized. But it's like how to keep your cigars fresh, and that is monetized.
Yeah, so it's hard to decipher. Statistics. It's hard to decipher, like you said, what's what, because it doesn't seem like there's a pattern. If it would say, okay, all the videos that have the word cigar in them are demonetized, all right, then I get it. But it's not. Like you said, there's one, how to keep a cigar lit, not monetized. How to smoke a cigar, monetized. But I feel like there are platforms, and fortunately we have a website, so if all hell breaks loose, we can just say, fuck everything, come to our website. You want to follow us? Go to our website. You want to get updates like you are a subscriber on YouTube? Become a member of the website, and we'll shoot you an email every single time we have a new episode, right? So we do have that. But you're right, it kind of frustrates you a little bit because you want to be on a platform that everybody goes to. Right? First thing anybody goes to when they want to learn anything or they want to see anything is YouTube. YouTube or Google.
100%.
And most of the time is you type in how to do this, there's a YouTube video pops up on Google.
I have yet to YouTube something, how to do something, and not come up on YouTube. And there's things I'm like, nah, there's no way someone is doing this.
Somebody did it.
I'm like, shit.
It's the most obscure things. I'll have an error message that pops up on my computer or something for some random program and say like, hey, this message, this program, bang, there's a guy who did the video of it. It's like 15 seconds, boom, you click the... So, anyway.
I don't know, man. It's, again, like, even on Instagram. So, when Instagram first started coming out with Reels and they wanted to monetize the Reels, I was able to. For the first, 2 or 3 months, I was making a few $100. Everything was good. Then the next
Which is nice. I don't want people to say, oh, that's not a lot of... It's nice. It's car insurance. Thanks for the car insurance.
It's groceries.
You know what I'm saying?
I'll take $100 to make videos all day.
And people don't realize that is that... keep going because I want to touch on that. I don't want you to lose your train of thought. I'm going to come back to that, so remind me.
Because it's like, I'll pull it up right now. So
you were monetized.
I'll tell you exactly
on the Reels, and then you were no longer monetized.
So I'll tell you exactly what happened here. So yeah, when it first came out, I was like, oh, this is sick. I said, let me see how this works. I said, no way. So I ended up starting making money. So let's see. Bonuses. Yeah. So it started like I think earlier this year. So December of 2021. December, I made $100.99. January, $117.52. February, my biggest one, $172. Then
How do you find that?
Go to
creator?
No, go to
bonuses.
Yeah, go to bonuses.
Yeah, and now it's funny because now it says I'm ineligible.
Yeah, now it says I'm eligible. So,
but it says it's funny. You're not eligible. Blah blah blah. But then it has my bonus thing right here.
I don't know. Anyways,
so how did you find out how much you made?
So you're in bonuses. Go scroll down to settings and payout account. So February I made $172. Then March, I wasn't able to make any money in March, and then half of April I was starting to make money, and then they cut me off. And then so far we're in middle of May, and they're like, "Oh, you're eligible," and I would go to reapply. "Oh, you're not eligible."
You know what? I think they, to be quite honest, because I have the same thing. I have February I made 117, in March I made 175, and in April I made 245.
Damn.
But I think, but that's February, March, April. Now we're into May.
So you didn't make any money in March. Oh no, you did make money in March.
I did February, March, April.
Oh, I started. Okay, so I was able to start earlier than you.
But what's interesting is that it says because it said last month that I was ineligible, and then I wound up getting the $244 on my bank account. I'm like, oh, okay.
No, yeah, whatever it says you make, like you're projected to make. I've noticed that you'll get paid. Like I said, in April, it was like halfway through. I was up by like $100, $107,
and then it stops, and that's what it pays out.
And then it said you're not eligible anymore. And I was like, okay, whatever. And then in like later in May, I got in my bank account like $107. I was like, okay. Then I went to start it again in April. I made like $20, and they're like, you're ineligible. So I don't know if I'll get that $20 yet, but.
Yeah, because I think perhaps it's saying whatever video you posted, you're ineligible.
What? And
then it goes back. Because right now it says I'm ineligible, but I can still post. So,
but what also doesn't make sense with this stuff is if you go to it and you see badges and you go eligible, then you have all these violations.
Yeah.
I have all these content monetization policy violations. April 21st, 23rd, 22nd.
It's either you said the word fuck.
But not even, because I don't curse.
Because I had a couple with audio curses and they don't monetize
those. Yes, but ones like this, but they all say not reviewed. Like this one. This one's just us. Oh, look, request review. Oh, that's new.
All right, so then I'm going to do the same thing on mine because maybe it's an automated thing.
And they all say not reviewed. So. That's a new thing because it never used to say request review.
Yeah, see, mine says review your account. So I have the same thing. It says you can't request review. Because on all of these policy these...
But I don't know if this even matters anymore.
Oh, you know why? Well, who knows? This one says not reviewed and I can't request review.
Yeah, that's weird. I don't think it's even going to matter if they request it and they approve it.
It doesn't really matter. Because I just keep posting the reels, and if I get money, I get money. But I wanted to come back to the point of people don't realize that you can make money. Obviously, maybe they do realize that you can make money on reels, but it may seem a small, it's a small amount, but to make, $150, $200, $300. I mean, we don't have ginormous accounts. We don't have these crazy 100,000 plus $1 million. So
we do it anyway.
We do it anyway. Okay, we're posting the reels, but we only have 12, 13, maybe 15,000 followers, right? I'm at almost 13. You're what, 15?
16.2, baby.
16.2. Okay, so we're smaller accounts compared to
the giant ones.
The giant ones. Okay, yes, we are in a small percentage of people only get to 10K, but when you think about the people that are actually posting reels and making money, we make very small amounts. But still, $250 a month to be on Instagram could pay for your car insurance.
Yeah, no doubt.
Could be a car payment depending on what you have.
Yeah.
Right? If you get a $15,000 car, $10,000, that's a car payment. That's a car payment to post stuff on Instagram.
And that's what I mean. I mean, why?
And it's a small account. You can
age restrict things on YouTube. It says, is this suitable for children? And you click no. So why are you still getting demonetized or banned or shadow banned?
That is a great point because they ask you when we post, I don't know for people that don't post on YouTube, when you post a video, now it asks you to review your own video and ask, is this suitable for kids? Is there, and you say no, and then they ask you why isn't it? You say, I swear. Did you swear? All right, is it censored? Is it a few here and there? Is it a lot? Whatever. Do you show any guns? Do you show? And it asks you.
Yeah. And then
so
even when you do your own analysis,
you ready? We pick it up on.
Who's this? Oh,
Sweetie, I'm filming right now. I love you too. Bye.
That's so weird. I just got a missed call.
Yo!
That's so weird. Marissa just called me 1 minute ago.
Had to pick her up on.
I didn't even see it.
But for people that don't, is you have to review your own video. So if you're already asking me, and I'm already telling you, listen, this video is not suitable for children. It's only 18 over. Then why are you demonetizing it? Because all the people, you have to be an adult anyway to do the stuff that we're doing.
Yeah.
So why don't you just... And you can easily, because they figure it out by what you're logged in on your Google account, because Google owns YouTube. Yeah. So your Google account has a birth date. So if your Google account is not overage, then those videos won't pop up on your, which is a simple fix. So why can't we monetize them?
But even when you do your own self, review, YouTube reviews it again, and then they still say this video isn't able to monetize. Then you have to request it to be reviewed again. And sometimes they allow, that it can be monetized, or sometimes it can't. But again, it goes back to at least for us, no rhyme or reason. I've noticed when we have guests, if I don't put the word cigar in the title, it's pretty good. But like Amendola cigar wasn't able to get monetized because it's Amendola cigars. But then you put J London, Part 1 and 2. Part 1, I believe, is not monetized. Part 2 is monetized.
Both has cigars.
Both said cigar. So I don't understand.
And it's tough because you want to put the keywords for your channel in the title, in the description. So obviously we want to use the word cigar because it's kind of the underlying premise to the whole podcast. But if that's going to be the cause to get demonetized, then we're caught in between a rock and a hard place. But it goes back to your point is, if we're already telling you that it's age-restricted material, and you can tell by somebody's Google account, then we know that we're cutting off 18 and under. We know that we're not, because we obviously are not marketing towards children.
Yeah.
So we know that whole market segment is cut off. So all of the youngins that are on YouTube, they're not going to watch our videos. They're not going to click our videos. We're going to lose all of those views. We get that. We understand that.
Yeah.
So why can't you just monetize the video and make it 18 over? I don't understand.
I watched a thing with Cigar Titans. Shout out Cigar Titans, fellow Burn Down podcast guests. They made a video about it too, and they were talking about listen, you go back to our older videos, like our first gas station video has thousands upon thousands of
views.
And
that was a couple years ago?
Yeah. I think they started a little over 3 years ago.
Yeah, that was about a year and a half ago, I remember.
And they have thousands and thousands of views. But then as you go up their videos, the views aren't really correlating to what they used to be. And we have about 2,000 subscribers. They have almost 8,000 subscribers and almost relatively the same start date. So it just doesn't make sense. And
I just feel like it's an easy fix, right? I go back to the Google thing. I feel like it's a very easy fix that would solve everybody's problems and make everybody happy. But
what I also don't get is, you're right, but this is all legal.
Well, thank you.
You're right. But I
also get you're right.
Yeah.
I don't hear that very often, so thanks.
You're right. But okay, alcohol is legal. Firearms are legal. Tobacco, cigars are legal. So why is it being banned if it's legal? If it was drugs,
for people over a certain age.
If it's cocaine, if people were snorting coke or shooting up someone in the desert, all right, that's different. But
this is adult.
There's gonna be a change. You know that, right?
Yeah.
There's gonna be a shift where, I know some other people are already probably jumping up platforms where there is no, as long as it's logical. They're not gonna have people killing people on their platform, but. Yeah. If you have someone
obviously stuff that's breaking the law.
Yeah, there you go.
Exactly. If you're breaking the law, we're not going to promote.
If you have someone that's like, hey, this is my new AR-15, I want to show you how to clean it, I want to show you how to shoot it, blah, 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 blah. There you go. Okay.
If anything, that's good because it's gun education.
It's
You know what I'm saying? Like, it's a
you're
good
right.
thing.
You're right.
You're right.
But like,
But I agree with you. This isn't illegal. This is adult content. So if you're asking us if it's adult, yes, adult content. Only push it to adults.
and
End of story.
you can't leave it up to people at an organization to judge unless like I'm sure they have guidelines, right? But
Right, no breaking the law.
What's to say someone who is against guns or cigars, like I can't say, I'm one of these review people. What's to say that they're like, nope, don't like it. Nope, don't like it.
Right. If it's I think that it's people somewhere that have to review these things.
Yeah, I think when all the corporations went to trial or something like that, like Facebook or something, like Facebook was getting in trouble, they said that they were gonna provide jobs where there are people who reviewed this stuff.
Yeah, so if it doesn't fit your personal beliefs, you can be like, fuck you, done.
But it reminds me of a quote from the movie The Enemy of the State with Will Smith. Have you ever seen that movie? Enemy of the State is...
I'm surprised you're quoting Will Smith right now.
Yeah, right now it's fuck Will Smith.
You and Will Smith are on...
I used to love Will Smith.
It's a love-hate relationship. Right now it's
disappointed me. Really disappointed me. But I have to reference one of his movies, which is actually a good movie.
Still a good actor.
Yeah.
Still a good actor. Just don't agree with some of the things he did, but that's okay.
Nah.
That's a topic for another episode.
But the movie The Enemy of the State is basically about... Yeah, okay, so you know what it's about. It's about the government able to spy on anyone they want with satellite cameras and stuff without people knowing. So...
Yeah, it's basically God's eye that they have.
Big Brother.
Yeah.
So in he's talking about his wife is watching the news where they're talking about it and they're saying they have people who are monitoring it. And she goes, "Well, who's monitoring the monitors?" And then it's exactly to our point. Who's monitoring the monitors?
Who died made you king.
Yeah.
Right?
And I feel like it's a lot of power. And like I said, it's going to change. There's going to make a shift. There's certain powers that you give people that they'll abuse. Like, look at Twitter, right? Elon Musk is taking over Twitter. People are flipping out, and he's like, dude, free speech. This is what America's built on.
Yeah.
Everyone's allowed a free speech. Trump's coming back on. Like, I don't care. It's free speech.
Did you see what was funny about what Jack Dorsey said? So
No.
Jack Dorsey originally banned Trump to be on Twitter. Okay? They called them perma-bans, whatever it is.
What? Say that again?
So Jack Dorsey owned Twitter.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure.
And then, obviously, Trump got banned. Okay, and they were saying, "Oh, can't say that, but can't say the things you're saying, blah, 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 ban him. Can't come on Twitter." Okay. Elon Musk buys Twitter. The first thing he does, he says, "I'm going to remove Trump's ban because I don't care if you're right side, left side, in the middle. It doesn't matter. It's just free speech. You have the right to say what you'd like to say."
There's people who are killing other people and political leaders that are
So he goes, "You have the right to say whatever you want to say. I'm not going to ban anybody. Doesn't matter. Come on, you guys can battle back and forth. Whoever, doesn't matter. You're using my platform. Great, thanks. Thanks for using my platform." So after Elon did that, Jack Dorsey came back. He said, "Oh, you know what? We probably shouldn't have banned Trump. It was morally wrong." I go, "Really? Okay, so it only took a billionaire to buy you out. For now, you have a change of conscience."
He made almost $1 billion. I think he made out with $953 something million.
Yeah.
But it goes back to something called I was just watching a video about it regarding rap music in the rap industry. It's basically saying like certain rappers don't actually want to rap what they want to talk about because it's not like politically correct,
socially acceptable at the moment.
Like so they only rap about stuff that will be on the radio and stuff that will get popular. They don't want to talk about like, for instance, like Eminem, right? When Eminem first came out, he was talking about crazy shit that no one ever talked about. And it kind of goes along those lines.
Yeah, they're trying to fit the mold.
Yeah.
Instead of breaking the mold and saying, "Fuck that, I want to do what I'm going to do. I don't give a shit if you like it or not." A lot of people are saying, "You know what? If I want to make it big, I have to be the puppet. I have to follow along with..."
Yeah. And Jay-Z said, basically, he didn't say I'm a puppet, but he said something along the lines like, "Listen, in order for me to get where I am today, I had to rap and talk about things that the radios and the record labels wanted to hear.
Didn't necessarily want to talk about.
Because now I'm here and I can talk about whatever I wanted. I can say whatever I wanted, which I kind of get. But that was also a different time. Now with social media and everyone having a phone, everyone having an opinion, that's not the case anymore.
I feel like somebody's, like you said, the tides are changing and things are shifting, and I feel like somebody's going to come out with some sort of platform. If it hasn't already, I know
there's definitely people working on that.
There's like DTube, which is they call it a decentralized YouTube, where you can kind of put whatever you want on there. But there's platforms that are already coming out, and Gary Vaynerchuk talks about this all the time, where he said there's avenues, there's platforms that not many people know about, but are becoming big. And he said you should get on these platforms now while it's early, before they blow up 5-10 years from now, and you're gonna be like, holy shit, I should have gotten on the platform. Like YouTube. When YouTube first came out, right? The people that got on it and have been on it since the get-go are huge. So I feel
AKA cigar obsession.
Right. So I feel like those platforms are going to start to emerge. You're going to see them, and people are going to jump ship from YouTube because they'll be like, you know what? YouTube's fucking me over, and they're demonetizing all my content. I've been doing the same thing I've been doing for 5 years, but just now they're going to say, screw you. And it sucks because, like I said, it takes you 5 years to, it took us almost 2 years to get to 1,000. And now we're approaching 2,000, and it's been like 9 months.
Yeah.
Okay, so think about that. And now we'll get to 5K in the next 9 months. And then, so it takes you 5 years, and now you finally hit 100K, and YouTube's like, you're done. You're like, really? I put all this work in on your platform to build this following. I have people coming to watch me. But now you're going to, so I feel like all these people are going to just say, fuck YouTube, and they're going to jump ship to whatever this new platform is, where it's kind of like a Twitter, where you can go on and say whatever the hell you want to say, which maybe we should start using Twitter a little bit more. I wonder if you can post clips and shit on Twitter, but...
You can. You can post anything on Twitter.
So, well, now, yeah.
It's just so time-consuming with all the different platforms.
There are a lot of platforms, but that's another thing, too, is somebody had talked to... I forgot who said, maybe it was Tony Peck that talked about this when we had him on, is he said, you want to, instead of...
Being on everything.
He goes, you pick one and grow that one, and then you can spread to other ones and say, listen, I'm also here, I'm also there, I'm also there. It was, but you've put all of your focus on, instead of trying to build all of them really, really slow like this, you focus on one, which is tough now because we've been focusing on YouTube and Instagram. And now the both of them are like...
Yeah, like...
So it's difficult now. Do you jump ship and start fresh?
Knock on wood, I really haven't seen the effects too much with us. With the YouTube... we definitely could.
Knock on wood.
We still get the same amount of when we have guests. Those are obviously more views, but when we do regular podcasts like this, and it's not the same as when we first started. But we have new cameras. We have higher quality cameras.
We're improving every day.
We have a brand new podcast studio, new setup, new microphones, new this, new that, and it still kind of feels like we're growing, but not at the rate as if this was 3 or 4 years ago. You know what I mean?
Yes.
That's, I think, what Cigar Times were saying was Cigar Times were like, hey, listen, we were putting out all these informative videos. We were talking about X, Y, and Z, and the views were through the roof. We were getting so many subscribers. He goes, over the last year or so, you look at it, and it's like definitely slowing down.
It's a tough time for the cigar industry on social media now. It's not a tough... It's kind of a boom, or the cigar industry is... making that push to become a boom again, right? With COVID, everybody was at home and all they could do was smoke cigars. So like the online cigar sales have gone up, right? But I do see the trend coming up, but not on the social media world. Like you said, 5 years ago, you could grow a cigar channel. But I feel like 5 years from now, we'll be looking back and we'll get to the point, we'll be obviously higher, bigger than we are now. We'll be having a lot more traction. We'll be growing and continuing to grow, and we'll look back and say, like, listen, we made it. Remember that time on social media when it was like 2 years of just you couldn't do anything? We made it through that. So many other ones just gave up because they're like, it's not working. But we pushed through that and we made it through that. So it's the ups and downs, right? So
it reminds me of when you already had a cigar Instagram going. You had already a few thousand followers, and I remember I was living in Connecticut. I had all this time to myself. Just came back from Cigar Fest with all these cigars.
And you're like, yep.
And I was like, you know what? Justin has a cool Instagram. He dresses nice. He smokes cigars. I like cigars, and I think it looks cool. So let me make an Instagram. And I remember texting you, and I was like, dude, it's been a week. I had 1,000 followers already. And like, it was like that.
Yeah.
It was like, boom. I was like, I'm going to have 10,000 in no time. And obviously that wasn't the case. I hit 10,000 last summer on my birthday, July 13th, 2021. Now it's May 2022.
Which, think about it again. How long did it take you to get to 10K? 3 years?
17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 4 years.
So 4 years to get to 10K. And then that was last year.
And then between March and May, June, I've almost...
That's what I'm saying. So it took you 4 years on your birthday to get 10K. And your birthday was September.
July.
Your dad's September. Yeah. July. So August, September, October, November, December, January, February, March, April. Now we're into May. So basically 10 months. So it took you 4 years to get 10K and then 10 months to get 6K?
50 more than 50%.
I was the same way, right? It took me, 4 years to get to 10K and then 3 months to get another 3K.
And and the Reels is a huge contributor to that because that's all we do now is Reels. We don't really, we used to be really meticulous with pictures.
I have a couple other posts that I'm like kind of sitting on for maybe I'll post a picture here and there, but
yeah,
like I have the one post at the Kentucky Derby with the Gatsby.
Yeah, well, that makes sense.
Baller post. I might post, but you're right. It's all Reels.
It's all video consumable content. That's what social media is now. People just want to watch a video. They want to watch short videos and get consumed. So I don't know. I don't know what the future holds. I don't really try to think like that. I kind of just keep my head down and just keep moving forward. So, we'll see what happens. But
we're gonna be in a good spot. We're push through. We're gonna be in a good spot. We're gonna look back and think, man, you remember that? You remember when it was like everything was demonetized and like you couldn't.
People were struggling.
People were like, you remember that shit? And we're gonna laugh because then we're gonna be pulling in 10,000, 30, 40, 50,000 views of video. And be like, you remember those days, man? I can see it now. You just got to push through it, right?
That's it.
Like I said, we're going to keep pushing out content, whether it's monetized or not. We don't push it out to make more. We're pushing out for you guys because you guys love to listen to it. You love to. We get
getting paid is just a cherry on top.
It's a cherry on top. And obviously, we would love to make this a full-time thing. And we will eventually, right? We got the cigar coming out. We got some partnerships working and stuff. We got more merchandise coming. That's a big thing, okay? We got shirts and hats and hoodies and all sorts of stuff. We're probably going to try to get more, maybe we have the ashtrays out, which I don't know if a lot of people know that. That's a little tidbit is that we have an ashtray with Revive Vinyl that you can go and buy.
Yeah.
So if you are a big fan of the podcast and you want to support the podcast, go buy Revive Vinyl's ashtray. It's got our logo on it. It's great. It's actually right here. You can't even see it. We got the 1-2 right there. But
yeah.
Anyway.
That's it, man. Keep your head, keep moving forward.
And like I said, worst comes to worst, we have our website. You can go up there.
Can you upload videos?
Yeah. Okay. We have all the videos on there.
I mean, we have all the videos backed up, so if the world ever were to crash, we still have all of them.
Well, the thing is, we have the videos, and we just have a YouTube player on the website. So if you go to the website, you can go to the videos page, and it has all of our videos, every single video. It's just linked with the channel. Mm. So worst comes to worst, we would just get like a Vimeo or a Patreon, just upload them there and tag it. So which is another thing that we started talking about is potentially starting a Patreon. We have exclusive content, which actually might just be part of our membership. Mm. We might give a secondary level to the membership where $5 is your monthly membership, gets you access to the discount codes and the giveaway. But perhaps $10 you get access to extra content. Put out another video every week. Dude, there's things like that we can do. So, that just came off the top of my head, which might be a good idea.
But dude, unless I think
Kid doesn't even. Did you even hear what I said?
Yeah, it's Patreon. So I really haven't thought about Patreon too much.
No, I was talking about getting a second tier membership on our website. So instead of a $5 a month where you get discount codes and a membership, the $10
this is new to me.
$10 a month gets you more content.
That sounds like a great idea.
I just popped off my head. I was like, why can't we do that?
Why can't?
We're already way ahead of the game. We can post extra fun content where you'd be like, hey, watch Eric and I get drunk on a podcast, something like stupid like
What about ATF?
You know what I'm saying? Like, who knows? These are all ideas coming off the dome.
Listen, like Harlem Globetrotter, right? We had Kevin Daly. Now, which I know I said we didn't really see too much effects on our YouTube channel, but now that I think of it, you kind of, if you look at the numbers,
Come on, hit me with the numbers. I'm a numbers guy, man.
Kevin Daly, Special K from Harlem Globetrotters, right? Yeah. I thought that was going to be
great guest.
Great, awesome guest. Basketball player, was in a commercial with Michael Jordan. Sick. Only 169 views on YouTube. But if you actually look at the downloads on Podbean or on our podcast, I think it's like 300 or 400.
Yeah.
So, and then we have our regular podcast. We have a new year, ups and downs in January, 234, helping families in need with the River Fund, 144. Big things coming, 201 views. Social media influencers.
See, that's funny too, because a thing where we did a lot of good. Okay, we had a whole fundraiser. We raised $10,000. We were able to give 5 families $1,000 cash on top of the $5,000 worth of toys that we donated. On top of toys that I still have, that were donated by one of the stores we bought from. They matched us and donated more toys. And I got to give those. I'm going to give those to one of the shelters up in Huntington here. Did one of those videos, 100 views.
How to cut and light a cigar, which is a popular topic, 179 views. Dude, but then you have Bill Cotolo Jr. And I knew just from me consuming Mafia content, I knew that was going to be a big hit.
Yeah.
14,000 views. And then I made some extra clips, of the episode, 1.1 thousand. This one's almost at 1,000, 800 views. So, that one's also monetized. But
I get it. There's no. It's hard to, because one of the things that, I did a lot of research prior to starting YouTube, and I still do research, and I try to find, and one of the big things is to look at your analytics and find what content your audience is consuming and put out that content, right? If you're starting a new channel, you're not really sure what niche you're kind of going through, you find out what does well and create more of it. But it's difficult because the views don't really match, and there's really no rhyme or reason as to what views go up, right? We had John Starks, very famous basketball player.
I'll tell you, I know one niche where we'll get views. It's when we have female people on our show. Any female guest,
sex sells.
Yeah,
which
that like Big Ash's Ashley, 2,000. We have Ibis.
Not saying that we're not okay. Let me take that back. Sex sells, but it's just like women sell. Yeah. Women cigar smokers.
Male-dominated industry. They see a
it's
female.
It's the same reason why you have a woman who goes up there and just puts a bikini on and smokes a cigar will get a lot more views than a guy in a suit smoking a cigar. That's how it is.
Just listen. So, Big Ash's Ashley, 1.8. Stogie Chick, Jessica, 1.7. Cigar lover. Over that's a little older. Sister and Smoke, 638. You have, Cigar Boss Lady. She's at like 2,000. Ibis, another 1,000 or 2,000. Leo from Nova Cigar, almost 1,000. Oh, Cigar Boss Lady, 3.6 thousand.
Yeah, so it's like the female cigar smokers, we definitely do well. But I'm talking about like in general.
Yeah.
It's hard to determine what content, obviously interviews, we've done interviews. We've done how-to videos. We've done regular videos. We've done best-of videos, and you're trying to figure out what does
We've done
well.
It all.
We've done it all, and it's hard because some of it gets monetized, some doesn't. Some do well, some don't. So it's like going back to where they say, do your research, try to find what works, and go down that road. It's hard to find what works because there's no rhyme or reason to it. It's just kind of haphazard. Some of them do well, some of them don't. But we're not going to stop.
We will figure it out.
We're gonna keep making content.
Keep chugging along,
okay? Because we love doing this. This is like we look forward to doing this every single week.
It's my favorite part of the week.
Dude, Wednesdays I'm just like, oh yeah. Wednesday you have like couple more. This shit more. Fuck whatever.
Specifically because it's Hump Day.
You're like, yo, I'm filming. Yeah, because then it's Thursday, Friday, then it's the weekend again. So
it's good. You gotta have it.
And this one's especially gonna be good because tomorrow is like basically Friday.
Yeah. Bachelor party on this Friday.
Right.
Let's go.
Let's fucking do it.
So with that being said, thank you guys for hanging out and watching. Thank you for listening. As always, I'm Eric, a.k.a. Brother Cigar, a guy across the street, a guy across the table, a guy across the way is Justin, a.k.a. Dapper Cigar. If you like this video, please hit that like button. Please hit the subscribe button because that obviously helps us out the most. Make sure you hit that bell. Get notified anytime we drop a new video. Check out our website, burndownpodcast.com. Exclusive discounts to members and monthly giveaways every single month. And soon it will give you a link to our cigar. Until next time, guys and gals, cheers, chin chin, salute. That will be on a t-shirt soon.